Welcome back, Last Quest Barbecue Show. Something fun, as always. I'm always saying that. First of all, thanks for subscribing. And be sure and follow me on Insta, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and of course on the main YouTube channel. So today we have another salmon cook. And again, fantastic salmon from my friends at Waterfront Seafood Market here in Mississauga. Fresh sushi grade Atlantic salmon. First of all, we're going to smoke it on the Yoder on Pitmaster's Choice Competition Blend bespoke pellets. And then we're going to put a mixture of walnuts, pecans, and panko. We're going to use some interstellar mustard. We're going to mix that with a little bit of St. Brigid's butter, bespoke butter from Jersey cows. It's amazing, rich. The recipe that I found calls for a little bit of honey. I'm going to use maple syrup, molasses just for a little bit of a different kick. And then this new product, thank you very much to our friends at Longo Smoked Chili Sea Salt in a grinder. Check that out. So I'm really keen to give this a try. That's going to replace for me the salt and the pepper. So really looking forward to this. The aroma is fantastic. You can get this at your local Longos. Let's get started. All right, first things first, we are going to mix up our sauce here. I've got a couple of tablespoons of, look at the color in that, of that St. Brigid's goldenrod butter. Amazing. So first of all, we're going to take 2 tablespoons melted of that butter. The recipe I found calls some Dijon mustard. I'm going to use Foreigner barbecue sauce, which is mustard based with some other flavors. Shout out to my friends at Interstellar. You could use Dijon, so about 2 tablespoons, which is about like that. Actually, I'm just going to finish the bottle. So let's call that 2 tablespoons, maybe a little bit. But anyway, put 2 tablespoons in. That bottle went quick. Instead of honey, I'm going to use molasses maple syrup from Crosby's, which is my new favorite go-to. And about 2 tablespoons of that as well. There we go. And then I'm going to take this Longo's, check that out, chili sea salt, and give that a bunch of cracks in here. And that'll add a little fun bit of heat. And of course the salt part. I like these integrated salt shakers. It just feels like it's more, I don't know, fresher, should we say? For sure. All right, that's good. And now we whisk. So let's whisk that up. Just a lot of complex flavors going on in this one. Let's give this a try. Oh, so good. A bit of the heat for the chili flakes, the mustard, the molasses. Really interesting. Okay, let's put this one aside. And then we'll take a container. I'm just going to take a deli container, and I'm going to put in some crushed walnuts that I've already crushed up. I'm going to do lots of them here. And then I'm going to pour in a bunch of panko. There we go. And then I'm going to put in some parsley for color. So I need to chop that parsley up. So let's get a suitable instrument here to do some chopping. Fresh parsley. It's not exactly the kind of knife made for this, but that's all right. As you can see, I don't know, maybe you've noticed, I've got a bunch of swag that I've now bought. This is my new t-shirt. So I'm going to open up a store on the site. I kind of like my logo. I hope you do too. Shout out to Anthony Fonseca for the design on that, my creative director. Lots of new things coming up, including some Yeti. Got my own Yeti going on. We'll mix that in. Half in here and half in the sauce. Just for some green. I mean, I don't think it adds a tremendous amount of flavor. I'm going to close this up and give this a shake. Now we're going to be cooking this kind of hot, 400 degrees. I want it to sear in on the Yoder smoker. All right, and then let's get our fish out. Once again, the fish, delicious sushi grade, fresh Atlantic salmon from my friends at Waterfront Seafood Market. Best fishmonger I've been able to find in a long time. If you happen to be in the Mississauga area, gonna do the big reveal here. Look at that. It smells like the ocean. You know, I'm using the sushi grade Atlantic salmon. Comes at a cost, of course. You can use whatever you can afford, actually, of course. Actually, I'm going to cut this now into portions. Comme ça, I'm going to leave the skin on. So it turns out I did use this knife after all. There we go, nice portion there. This knife could be a bit sharper, as you can tell. Not going through the skin very easily, but that is not the knife. That's the fact that I don't think I've ever sharpened it. So there we go. I have to do some sharpening. All right. So there is our delicious salmon pieces. This one a little bit of belly. That's going to be delicious. From here, let's get our sauce. Give it another mix. Let's get this on each of the salmon. I made lots, so that's okay. There we go. And now we're going to take our mixture here, which could be a little bit better. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dump it in here and mix it up. Give it a better mix. That's a better mix. I want to put in some salt and pepper into this as well. All right. Let's get the meter into this piece here, which is the best one for it to be in. And then the crumbs, we'll just put it right on top, pack in. I expect it to lose a little bit once I get it on the yoder, so I'm kind of packing it out. Putting a little between as well, between and betwixt. Check that out. All right, let's get that onto the yoder. All right, the yoder is cranking away. Our meter is set up and ready to go. We're cranking away at 400 on the Pitmaster's Choice pellets. We have skin on these, so I'm going to put them right on to the grill, skin side down. I've been sitting for probably about 10 minutes while I get this ready, so it's had a chance for everything to kind of adhere. I got a few things left over here that I'll sprinkle on top. There we go. Beautiful. Probably about 15 minutes. Ah, look at that. It's been about 15 minutes. As I said, I've been cooking this pretty hot. We're running now. Actually, the yoder, I just turned it off, kept it at 425, peaked at 450, added a big punch of smoke to it with these wonderful Pitmaster's Choice bespoke pellets. Of course, I have my specialized fish tool, spatula. I don't know how I lived with it. Let's take a look and see how we've done. Oh, look at those. Very nice. Wow, they look great. Perfectly cooked. The meter's telling me it's 140. Delicious. All right, let's get these off the grill. Let them rest. Beautiful. Look at that. Amazing. Check that out. This salmon smells amazing. Once again, as I always say, if we only had smell-o-vision, we'd be way better off. Check out my new Yeti merch. Check that out. Coming soon on the channel. Last Quest Barbecue Yeti merch. And look at what we're having at the side. These things, they kind of look a little alien, like an alien invaded a croissant or something, but they're a delicious wrap with cheese and some fresh Ontario asparagus, some rice, and oh yeah, look at that. Perfectly cooked. Let's give it a taste. Absolutely delicious. Of course, start with a great product, but adding on the hint of the mustard, it's got a bit of the maple syrup and molasses in it, with the crunch on top of the panko. It's delicious. Make this meal, it's fantastic. Bon appetit.